Wayne Rooney had awkward chat with Jamie Vardy about wife's column, court told. Wayne Rooney asked Jamie Vardy if his wife could cut back on her media activities during the Euro 2016 football tournament because it was causing distractions for the England team, the High Court has heard. Rooney told the Agatha Christie libel trial that the then England manager Roy Hodgson and assistant manager Gary Neville were both concerned that Rebecca Vardy's decision to write a column for The Sun during the contest was disrupting the squad. Rooney said it was awkward that he had to have the chat with his fellow England striker, but the team's management wanted to find a solution. They asked me as captain to see if I could speak to Mr. Vardy on issues regarding his wife. We all knew that it was an awkward subject, so I needed to speak to Mr. Vardy and ask him to speak to his wife and ask him to ask his wife to calm down. England's record goalscorer was part of a squad that was unexpectedly knocked out of the tournament by Iceland. While preparing for one match, Rooney took time to speak to his fellow striker. I remember the conversation I had with Jamie. It was a bit awkward for me to have to speak with a teammate regarding his wife. I sat down with Jamie Vardy and he had a coffee. It was such an awkward moment. Leicester City's Jamie Vardy, who has been training and playing for his Premier League club during the rest of the trial, turned up at the High Court in central London for the first time. His wife, Rebecca, is suing fellow footballer's wife Colleen Rooney for libel after Colleen alleged Rebecca was passing stories from a private Instagram account to The Sun. The Vardys sat on the front bench a meter apart from the Rooneys. The two women occasionally glanced sideways at each other, while their two husbands largely avoided eye contact. Rooney, now the manager of Derby County, told the court that England's players attempted to relax in between Euro 2016 matches by playing pool and other games. During this time, Jamie Vardy would regularly be in the room talking to his wife. Mrs. Vardy was almost there with the team, she was on FaceTime a lot. In a written witness statement, Rooney said Jamie Vardy agreed to speak to his wife about the way her media activity was causing a distraction during the tournament. Rooney said he was surprised to later learn that details of their private conversation were reported in The Sun. Rebecca Vardy had previously told the court that her husband denied ever having a conversation with Rooney about her media career causing distractions for the England team at Euro 2016. Rooney told the court the conversation definitely happened. I 100% spoke to Mr. Vardy about the situation. If he wants to relay that back to his wife, that is entirely his business. Rooney said he would never have spoken to a journalist from the tabloid, as he was from Liverpool, where there is a long-standing boycott of the newspaper. I never speak to a Sun journalist on a personal level. He also expressed astonishment at the week-long libel trial and said he did not read newspapers and had been totally unaware that his wife was attempting to conduct a sting operation to catch the leaker from her private Instagram account. Me sitting in this courtroom is the first time I'm hearing almost everything on this case, he said. This week is really the first time I've had any understanding of what happened. Rooney said the lengthy legal proceedings brought by Vardy had changed his wife. For me and my wife, we don't want to be in this court in this situation. I've watched my wife over the last 2.5 years really struggle with what's going on. Become a different mother, a different wife. Hopefully, whatever the judgment is on this case, myself, my wife and our children can go on and live our lives. Vardy is bringing the libel claim, arguing that while she did not leak stories to The Sun, it is possible that her former agent and close friend Carolyn Watt may have done. Earlier in the day the court heard from the Rooney's agent Paul Stretford. In a witness statement he stated that the rumors in late 2019 were that Vardy had made a deal with her agent to take the blame. He said the speculation was that Vardy would look after Carolyn Watt behind the scenes in return for Carolyn Watt publicly taking the blame for having leaked Colleen's Instagram stories and posts to The Sun. Vardy's lawyers deny this version of events. The trial continues.